Warning, there is a good chance Bitcoin Mike has no idea what he's talking about. Do your own research. Enjoy the show. Thank you. All right, folks. Let's take a quick look at the markets. Kind of a weird day today. Stocks were pretty much dumping, and you had crypto hanging on strong. In fact, we're actually seeing some of these altcoins pumping. In particular, Cardano up to 27.5. Like I've been saying, guys, we just don't know where the bottom is. But Cardano can be at 22 cents one day, 27 cents the next day, 15 cents one day, 50 cents the next day. Absolutely crazy not to be picking up some of these good quality altcoins at these levels. I'm telling you, folks, be looking back on these videos in a year or two and being like, wow, Bitcoin Mike was right. Not financial advice, but, I'm pretty confident, unless we're like in World War III or something like that. And I saw this interesting tweet from Michael Burry, who's pretty much been predicting a recession for, the last 50 years. But he has a theory. Inflation peaked, which I've been saying, but it's not the last peak of this cycle. We are likely to see CPI numbers lower, possibly negative, in the second half of 2023, and the U.S. in recession by definition. Fed will cut and government will stimulate, and we will have another inflation spike. It's not hard. So this is actually kind of interesting. This could actually play out for the next bull market. He's basically saying right now, inflation's basically done what it's going to do. It's basically at its peak. Eventually, going the first half, going into the second half of 2023, Fed will do a pivot. Markets will rally. Bitcoin will most likely rally. Gold will rally. We'll go into that bull market. But then inflation will come roaring back. And then we're going to go into a really, really deep recession. And maybe that's what takes us into the next bear market. Maybe we have a crypto bull market that doesn't last as long. Maybe we get like a little quickie where Bitcoin goes back up to maybe Bitcoin goes up to like $70,000 or $80,000. Cardano goes up to like $4 or $5, and then we get like a hard dump from there. That's why I'm just at that point. I'm going to take profits like all the way. Like I've been saying, Cardano at $2, I'm taking profits. Cardano at $3, I'm taking profits. Cardano at $4, I'm taking profits, and go up from there, a percentage each way. Because you never know what's going to happen. There could be an asteroid that hits the Earth, another war. I'm not going to just sit around holding. I'm not going to say to myself, I'm not selling any of my Cardano until it hits $10. That's the dumbest thing you could ever do. I took that philosophy last time, and I ended up selling most of my Cardano at like $2. But still, it's just not a good way to go through life. You got to be taking profits incremental going up. Because, you might think we're going bullish, like Michael Berry says, and then we basically have to go into a recession. So, interesting stuff there. Jim Cramer has completely capitulated on crypto. I've been talking about this for a while. I actually made a video about 9 months ago. I said, we're not going to be in a bear market until Jim Cramer and MSNBC capitulates. Well, they kind of capitulated a few months ago, but now it's just full out. I played a video last couple weeks ago saying Jim Cramer said, if you buy crypto, you're an idiot. And here he is again, basically they're kind of making fun of him on this show. Just, now he's like every day he's telling people how stupid you are if you buy crypto.
We just had to cover it. Anytime Jim Cramer opens his mouth with the prediction, it's usually wrong, although maybe it's right. Here's what he's now saying on crypto.
It's not too late to sell losers right now. That's my motto for the first part of 2023, because I fear it will be too late if you wait until the second half. First on the list of it's not too late to sell is crypto. Anything crypto. Hardly a day goes by where we don't get more horrific headlines from crypto world. We all know about the travails of Sam Bankman-Fried, but there's constant wars among former colleagues all over the place in this industry. I know this sounds like inside baseball, but these internecine wars among major players are classic signs of a financial world that's actually falling apart.
Falling apart. Sell all your crypto from Jim Cramer. Although, see, this is the issue. Usually that means you should just buy everything, right? On the opposite of what he said. Look, I mean, the Cramer ETF, as I understand it, in terms of betting on things that he said, not to betting against everything of his predictions, apparently has done quite well. I think let's put it more in the context of there's now an institutional turn on Wall Street against crypto. I think that's probably a fair way to look at it, which is that you had JP Morgan and CEO Jamie Dimon against crypto, but then kind of co-opting a little bit of crypto during the boom. So many of the other Wall Street CEOs and
Now that crystal ball right there, she's like a princess. Look at her just like, I don't know. I'm like mesmerized just looking at crystal balls right now. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much. I've like lost my train of thought. I don't know. What was I talking about? I got a thing for that crystal ball. Anyway, so that's it. Jim Cramer has capitulated on crypto, which he's been doing for the last couple months. Every day he pretty much talks about how he doesn't like crypto. I love it. I love it. I'm actually seeing a lot more. I'll tell you, my guilty pleasure right now is I go on YouTubers' comments, crypto YouTubers, and I just look at all the negative comments. Sometimes I comment back and talk shit, but there's more than ever right now. I'm also getting negative of mine too. As long I don't have a lot of views on my channel, but a lot of my comments I do get people saying, "Oh, we're going lower," or like, "I don't see any developers for Theta. Is it a dumper?" Like, I'm saying like weird comments like that. So like that, guys, that just makes me buy more. I mean, it really does. I mean, like I said, I'm accumulating as much crypto as I can right now. Good projects, not the stinky pinkies, but the good quality projects. Anyway. New York Attorney General accuses Celsius ex-CEO Alex Masinski of defrauding hundreds of thousands of crypto investors in 20 million collapse. This guy, Alex Masinski, is a big scammer. Of course, the Celsius guy. And I say he's a scammer because he did so many interviews over the last couple years where he was such a snake oil salesman. You had all sorts of people being like, "Where are you getting this interest from, Alex Masinski? What are you doing? Bitcoin doesn't generate interest. What are you doing?" He'd be like, "Oh, yes, it does." But he could never basically say how he did it. And of course, he was basically, toying with your money, with investor money, basically taking your money and putting it in really, really high risk coins like Luna and UST. And of course, it all goes to zero. But I do think he eventually will be brought up on charges. I could see him going to jail. It wouldn't be surprised if he's the next guy to be indicted. He's been very, very quiet lately. But you guys can find the videos of him on YouTube. He's a complete asshole. Even Peter Schiff basically called him out. And I'm not a huge fan of Peter Schiff, but I don't consider Peter Schiff to be a scammer. He just doesn't like crypto. And that's fine. You don't have to like crypto. But there's a great interview between Alex Masinski and Peter Schiff, and Peter Schiff just like nails him to the wall, and like just basically trying to figure out, where do you get this interest that you're paying people? He couldn't answer. So I could see him being charged next. I think he's next on the chopping block. This guy right here, he's a real piece of crap. Turns out he's had a lot of failed businesses too before this Celsius. So we'll see what happens with him. Cardano, as I saw, Cardano is doing well today. Cardano is up very, very well. It's pumping like 20 minutes ago, it was at like 26 cents, and now it's at almost 28. So Cardano is, like I said, folks, I mean, when you get near a bottom on some of these coins, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm just going to keep saying it. All I'm looking to do right now is get cheap coins. If Cardano goes down to 15 or 10 cents, that's great. I will buy more. But if it goes down to 15 or 10 cents, it won't be there long. Like, I'm talking, you go take a piss, you come out of the bathroom, it hits 15 cents, and then it goes right back up to 35 cents. It's not going to be there long. That's my personal opinion. I've been down this road before. I do think we have more pain to go with these markets for sure. Bitcoin at 14 or 15,000, maybe 12,000. Cardano 20 cents, 15 cents. Theta 50 cents, whatever. But man, they're just not going to be there long. So if you got that money on the side, that's great. But there's no guarantee we're going to get there. Even Gareth Soloway, he was on BitBoy Crypto. Of course, I had to watch BitBoy Crypto today because he had Gareth Soloway. And he basically talks about the Cardano chart and how Cardano is basically just keeps showing a lot of strength when it gets to 25 cents.
Really interesting chart to look at is this Cardano chart. Now, Cardano is into resistance here. You can see this area right here. But if you zoom out, look at this low end trend line, how every time it hits this trend line, you're getting some sort of bounce. And we just came off of that right here, and we're now pushing higher. So again, for me, Cardano's an interesting play.
Yeah, so actually, this was from today when Cardano was at like 25 cents or something. Then we just pumped up. So, I mean, Gareth Soloway is pretty good. He is a good chart guy, and well played on that Cardano call. All right, let's see what else is going on. The Securities and Exchange Commission has intervened in a deal that would see Binance US buy the asset of a bankrupt crypto lender. Voyager Digital. So basically, Binance.us trying to buy Voyager Digital. SEC stopping it. Look, the SEC just doesn't want Binance.us to get all that big. They saw what happened with FTX International. They were buying everything up. And then, of course, when they crash, they take everything down with them. SEC does this when companies try to buy other companies. So nothing new here. I think it's smart. I don't want Binance.us to be buying all this crap up. The question is, who else is going to buy Voyager? I'd rather see Coinbase buy Voyager, but I mean, I do trust Binance.us, but I don't want to be in a situation where Binance.us is like the king and they own everything, and then something happens with that stupid BNB coin, and then like we have like another crash. So I'd rather see Coinbase, but we'll see what happens. But the SEC is watching now. They're not going to let these companies become dominant and just basically buy up these little companies. The Binance goal, like any other company, is basically to buy everything up and be the number one player, just like FTX was trying to do, and it didn't work out too good for them. And of course, Binance has that whole BNB token, which is an accident waiting to happen. So, is there anything else I haven't covered? Crypto payments on e-commerce platforms are booming despite market conditions, with Cardano and, of course, BNB entering the top 10 most spent cryptos. So, Cardano, as far as like what merchants are accepting, what, people are buying things with their crypto, Cardano's up there in the top 10. I'm sure Litecoin's up there too. Let me see if they actually list all the coins. Okay, there we go. So the top crypto currencies, Ethereum, Litecoin, Tron, and you got Cardano up there too. So all good projects. A lot of people don't like Tron. I'm not a big fan of Tron, but a lot of people say, oh, well, Justin Sun's a scammer. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know. Tron's been around for a long time, and I just like coins that have been around for a long time, like legacy coins. If Justin Sun was going to do like a rug pull on Tron and fuck everybody over, he would have done it by now. He would have done it this bull market. So a lot of people are holding these legacy coins, and these Ethereum, Litecoin, Tron, Cardano, I think there's a lesser chance of them being declared a security than some other coins. So especially Litecoin. Litecoin's definitely not going to be a security. It's proof of work. There's nobody behind it. But I kind of missed the boat on Litecoin, at least for the last couple months. But I do have a ton of Cardano. So that's pretty much it, folks. Markets are doing well. While now we're up even more. Now Bitcoin's back up to 16,910. So markets are doing well tonight, even though I just looked at stock market before I did this stream, and the stock futures are also down 300 points. So, it just gets to a point, folks, where it's not going to go down forever. So if you got no money in crypto right now, now's the time to be putting some in. Not all of it. I always say, you got $10,000 right now to invest, put 5 in right now, and then basically just buy the dips. All you got to do when it comes to investing in crypto, in my opinion, is just make sure you always have money on the side. Make sure no matter what, when you're buying, if you're going to buy Cardano right now, make sure you have money in case it goes lower. Every single time. Always make it so you have money on the side. And that's kind of what I've done. I was buying a lot of Cardano at 75 cents, 65 cents. Yeah, maybe I should have waited a little bit longer, but hindsight is 20/20 in crypto. So you're never going to get those bottoms. A lot of people thought Cardano was going down to 20 cents last week. Now we're back up to almost 28 cents. So you just never know. That's why DCA is the best method in a bear market. You don't want to be DCAing when we're in a bull market and things are going up. But after your favorite coin has already dropped, like after an altcoin has dropped 90%, after Bitcoin's dropped 50 or 60%, then it's time to start DCAing. Of course, you don't want to start DCAing at the top, but it's very easy to know when we're in a bear market. Once it's registered, you're in a bear market, we're down like 70 or 8%, yeah, start nibbling, and you'll do very, very well in the next bull market. All right, folks, that's it. Like and subscribe. Have a good night.